And what is going on, everybody? I'm Secretly Toasty here, and today we are doing a Pixel Car Racer builds video. This one is a big one. It is Brian's Toyota Supra Mark IV from the first Fast and Furious movie. Now see, this build might be a little pricey. I didn't calculate it because, well, I don't know why, but it may be a little pricey because I wrote this list right after watching the movie, so I was kind of hyped to build this video, to build this car in a video. So if it seems a little pricey, if it's a little too pricey for your taste, just downgrade the parts a little bit. They're not important. The only thing that's important is the livery in the car, and you can pretty much do anything with that. So we're going to need to go all the way over here to $46,000 cars in the AS section, because that is where the Mark IV Supra is. So it's going to be a minute. 26, whoa. Alright, it shot up quite a bit right there. Right there, the Mark IV Supra. So, like I did with the GTR, we're just going to put RIP Paul. No, for Paul, I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. Let's have a moment of silence for Paul Walker real quick. Even though it is quite a bit of time after he's died, it's a video commemorating him. So I hope I used that word right. So we're gonna have a little bit of silence, starting right about now. Alright, now that's done. Let's go to the parts store. ECU VX Race 2-step, like I put in most cars. And then this part doesn't matter at all, but it's the cheapest section. Bulbs, black lug nuts, and, oh, I guess that's it. NOS. We're going to need a 100 shot of NOS. You can go 150, but you know what? No, I'm gonna stay 100 just to keep the price a little down. So for livery, you're gonna want the $125,000 Brian Supra livery. It's what makes the car famous. You know, other than the fact that it's driven by Paul Walker. So $125,000 livery is right here. Which, by the way, you don't need to buy orange paint. It already comes orange. Alright, for the wing, you're going to need the Carbon GT wing. That is $185,000. Right here. Alright, for the intercooler, you're going to want the VXR type, like I put in all cars. Oops, I didn't even buy it. Engine, we're going to keep stock because it's a 2JZ, and everyone loves the 2JZ. The brakes, we're going to, well, it says right here we're going to use the $3,000 black ones, but since it was early 2000s, I think they had Brembos. I'm not sure if Brembo, was popular or even a thing back then. I'm not sure about the history of Brembo, but, if it was popular back then, they would have had Brembos on it. Exhaust, we're going to need a Max Power Racing. It's $210. No, $210. $210,000. I passed it a long time ago. We're going to need the regular one. So, not the duals, the regular. The wheels, we're going to want the Works Equip 17s, which are $12,505, which is actually quite cheap for wheels in this game. Wheels, rims, whatever you want to call them. Wow, seriously, still not there? Alright, we're going to need the Equip 17s, so they're right here. Suspension, like I put on all cars, VX slams. I guess I'm gonna go with red on this one. It doesn't matter what color. You can't see the color of the suspension. For tires, I put Drag Slicks Large, which are $9,100. So right here. You're not gonna want paint. Turbo, you're gonna want the Ready T1E, which is way over here. Yeah. I was wondering why I said T1E and not T1D, but I guess they're two different ones. Alright, cool. Intake, you're going to want open, like I put on every other car. A lot of these builds are similar, but, different cars. Pistons, you're going to want the VX Supremes. At least I didn't put the Supreme Pluses. Body kit, you're going to want the BN body kit. Surprisingly, I never put this thing on anything because it's my least favorite kit other than the tuner kit, which is really a ricer kit. The seats, you're going to want the Pride Racing Blues. Alright, no paint. Let's go build this thing. So, livery, which is the most important, one of the most important parts, if not the most important. Right here, without the wheels, it already looks like Brian's Supra. So you know what? Before I do anything, there. Now it's Brian's Supra. You didn't even really need the wheels, to be honest. I don't think it had the kit in the back, but I'm not sure. Let me go grab my die cast real quick. We'll be right back. Alright, so in the back of the Supra, it has two little, like, fins. You know, kind of like you would see on the sides of a H2 motorcycle, H2RR, I think it was. You know, the one that's not street legal. How it has the little fins in the front to keep the weight down. Yeah, well, the Supra has that on the bottom of the bumper. So I'm just going to leave the BN kit off because it goes up, but it has the little fins. So, we didn't buy any paint. Which, by the way, if the video seems a little boring for a Brian Supra video, it is half past eviction o'clock. So, you know, bear with me on this one. Already making 1,116 horsepower. It is definitely past a 10-second car. Alright, set that to 4.5. Put some bigger tires on it. And the Brembos, or Trembos as they call it. The open intake, the ECU. The ECU I'm going to set for... because you have to launch with fire in this one. Because that's just what he did. Or no, he did that in the GTR. Whatever, I'm just going to launch with the fire a couple times. Since this thing's going to be so overpowered. Alright, so it says I'm making $17.99. Let me write that down real quick. 17, which by the way, I don't really care about torque, so I never really include that. Plus, it doesn't say right here. So, how much PSI am I making real quick? 23? Alright, that's not too bad. So let me turn this up so you can hear the power of the 2J. So it says we are making 1783, which, let me go finish something real quick and I'll tell you what the difference of it is. Alright, now that I'm looking at the math I just did on paper, I'm kind of kicking myself in the leg for not being able to do that in my head. I really should have, but it's 16 horsepower. It's 16 horsepower less. So, anyways, let's go see what 1783 horsepower, 1,783 horsepower can do on the quarter mile. Both launching it my way and the Fast and Furious way. If you weren't paying attention a while ago, the Fast and Furious way is shooting flames. So, you know, with two-step. We're just doing a quick little burnout real quick. Which, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, the only official burnout before a race was Fast and Furious 4. In the series. I mean, I'm not counting real life because everyone does a burnout before racing. But I think that's the first time they ever did a burnout in Fast and Furious before a race. And that was the qualifying race through the city. I didn't launch it very well that time, so I'm not counting that race. But, you know, it was a race. Look, an RS7. I don't know why, but I fell in love with this car before I even saw what it was. Like, I heard the name and I fell in love with it. It was weird. And then I saw it, of course, and then I fell more in love with it. Which, by the way, I really want to buy an RS7. S7. Which, by the way, if I'm gonna buy an RX-7, it's gonna be an FB, not an FD. Not because of price or anything, I just fell in love with the FB. So anyways, this car is well better than 10-second. This car is a lot better than a 10-second car. It is a 7.860 second car. That'll make Dom proud. Seriously. Race. Let's go see what this thing could do on the mile. And then I'll stick it in a tournament and probably lose. I didn't even launch it. Alright, give me a second. Before I do the mile race, I'm going to launch it with two-step. Because I already promised I would do that. So I want to see what it can do. If launching with two-step brings me down to makes me slower than 7.860, well, as in like make an 8-second car, I'm gonna be mad. So let's step on the clutch. A lot more spin than you usually would get with the neutral drop. And I didn't even hit nitrous. So I'm barely an 8-second car without nitrous, so hopefully the nitrous will help. I said nitrous like 5 times in that sentence. Sorry if this is a bit of a mess. Like I said, it's half past eviction o'clock, so... Which, by the way, if you're new to the channel or you just haven't been paying attention, eviction o'clock is what I call 11 p.m. 10 o'clock is noise complaint o'clock, but I record well after that. Alright, so now that I hit NOS, let's go see what it'll do. Ooh, just over 8 seconds. Or just under 8 seconds, I'm sorry. Just under 8 seconds. That's crazy. I love this car. Hopefully this video does really well, especially since I lost a subscriber the day I'm recording this. Well, actually, yesterday from the day I recorded this. So today's the 27th, so yesterday was the 26th of February 2019. Anyways, let's go stick this thing on the mile and in a tournament. I never do the half mile. I'll do it in my next Pixel Car Racer video. Or at least I'll try to remember. Oh man, one of my post-it notes fell down. Well, that's what I get for getting the generic stuff. By the way, if you have any differences, like if you were to build this car, what would you do differently? Tell me down in the comment section. I built it this way because I think that's how it looks, or close to how it looks. You know, you could probably leave the BN kit off, to be honest. If anything, I should have. But at the same time, it makes the front bumper and the side skirt look, you know, as close as I can get. So I don't know. What would you do differently? Or what parts do you think that I did better than you would have? Just tell me down in the comment section your differences compared to the builds. Whether you did better or you did worse, or you learned something from me. But anyways, this is a 22.624 second mile car. Again, I don't know mile times, so I wouldn't know. You know what? Instead of doing the tournament and losing, let's just do a half mile. I rarely ever do half miles. So instead of having the possibility of forgetting next episode, let's just do it now. Because I'm already at 14 minutes. Building the car took 10 minutes. Or just about 10 minutes. Which, by the way, if you like my content and you're watching to this far, please share it with at least one friend. Or put it on your Instagram story or something. Just because I want this to grow. Please. It doesn't seem like I put a lot of work into it, but I do. So, please, if you're new, hit that subscribe button too. It really helps. 13.71 second half mile at 202 miles an hour. Alright, I see. That's not a good, that's not a bad I see. I'm actually really proud of that. Alright, so let's go in this video here. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked the video, leave a dislike. Tell me down in the comment section why you liked or disliked the video. Also in the comment section, tell me questions, comments, or concerns you have for me, the channel. Just talk to me down in the comment section. I love replying. I love giving thumbs up. I love giving hearts on the comments. And I'll never put a thumbs down because that is very mean. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified when I post a video. I post every other day, but not at a set time. So that's what you're going to need the bell icon for. What else do I say? Oh, sorry about that. I drew a blank for a second. My social media is down in the description. Instagram number 1 is my main for me and for the channel. Instagram number 2 is my automotive based one. Go follow both. If you're gonna follow anyone, just I hope you follow the main, but my automotive based one is I'm trying to grow that one too. So just choose which one you're gonna follow. They're both equally important to me. My Twitter's down there, but I don't have any followers, so I rarely ever use it. I usually just use it to, keep up on certain people that I follow. Yeah. I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.